Now, NBC5 investigates a chilling bomb plot involving mosques in Chicago. The feds say 3 teenagers plan to murder people inside, then be killed by the police. Phil Rogers has been digging through the documents. He joins us now with more. Phil?
Rob, what's especially troubling about this is the fact that it involved 3 teens in different states, all targeting at least one mosque, possibly a second one, possibly a synagogue here in Chicago. The good news is the FBI caught it early, but the plans they described a violent attack.
Federal authorities in Maine called what was happening in this Waterville apartment building a very serious, very disturbing set of events. Newly unsealed documents state that the case began February 5th when the FBI executed a search warrant on the home of a 15-year-old juvenile here in Chicago. That youth, according to the affidavit, had been conspiring with 2 other individuals, one of whom he knew online only as Abdullah, in a plot to attack a Shia mosque here in Chicago during spring break. The plan to enter the mosque, separate the children, and then murder the adults. Then, possibly to proceed to another Shia mosque or maybe a Jewish synagogue to execute another attack. Information from that Chicago youth led police to the Waterville address where they arrested 18-year-old Xavier Pelkey, seizing improvised homemade explosive devices as well as a shotgun, swords, knives, a bow and arrows, and multiple homemade ISIS flags. An earlier affidavit said that although the homemade explosives were made from fireworks, they were packed with metal shrapnel.
ISIS, their victims are mostly Muslim, and we are terrified of this idea that's going to perpetuate that American Muslims are terrorists when they're the victims themselves.
Sadia Pervez with the Council on American Islamic Relations here in Chicago says she worries especially about the potential for cases like these to spark bullying of Muslim American students, something she says they've already seen. Especially troubling in this case, as the intended victims would also have been part of the larger Muslim community.
The fact that this is something that is shown to be motivated by ISIS does not change our opinion that this is a hate crime and that this should be used as a terrorist charge, because they're terrorists to Muslims as well.
The second juvenile in this case is from Kentucky. He said the individual he knew online as Abdullah spoke of dying as a martyr. Xavier Pelkey, by the way, is being held without bond on charges related to the explosive devices in Maine. There are no allegations in this case that there was any direction from overseas, for example. But, investigators say what really scares them are homegrown terrorists. That's the thing that really frightens them the most. They say those kinds of cases are the hardest to track. And, of course, nothing has yet been proven in this case. These are only allegations.
But it looks like they foiled this plot for sure.
That's what they say.
Thank you, Phil.
More at 10 tonight.